Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the 2020 Athena Leadership Awards. My name is Sherry Jones, and I am pleased to once again be your host for this annual celebration of the Athena Award recognition. And yes, you heard correctly, the 2020 Athena Leadership Awards. As if we needed any additional reminder of the impact of COVID-19 on our daily lives, the economy, and the ability to bring any type of normalcy to 2021. We certainly wish that we could be in person, celebrating our region's Athena legacy. And while that's not possible at this time, the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce, Michigan Premier Events, Message Makers, and we here at WLNS have developed a terrific televised program to honor the recipients. For more than 3 decades, the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce has recognized 38 individuals for their excellence in supporting women leadership in our community. Today, we induct the 39th member into the Lansing Athena class. Joining me to present this year's award will be 2019 Athena Award recipient, GRANNEMANN. That being said, coming up a little later in our program, we will be welcoming our 2020 Athena Award recipient. Last year, Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce 2019 Athena Leadership Award recipient GRANNEMANN started Lansing Reads in light of her award to demonstrate the power of community in addressing challenges. It's a collaborative effort between the Lansing Promise Foundation, the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce, Reading is Fundamental, the Capital Area District Library, and the Lansing School District's Pathway Promise. Its mission is to help fuel the love of reading in our youngest students through a community-wide effort. Let's hear from Karen and her updates on the Lansing Reads program.
Thanks, Sherry, and good evening, everyone. Like this year, I received last year's Athena Award virtually. Since we were unable to gather, I decided to channel the loss of that fellowship into a project that would embody the Athena principle of giving back and benefit our community. That if we couldn't be together, at least we could do something together. Well, as Sherry has said, out of that came Lansing Reads, an effort targeted on improving a key benchmark in every child's education, their 3rd grade reading level. We focused on the Lansing School District and adopted 3 goals. First, to provide every Lansing student with access to the full print and digital resources of the Capital Area District Library. Second, to record at least 100 people reading a children's book. And third, to raise at least $50,000 to benefit Reading is Fundamental, or RIF, an organization that gives books to kids. You see, research has shown that when kids own books, they tend to become better readers. I'm delighted to report that thanks to an amazing response from this community, all 3 goals were accomplished. Every Lansing student now has full access to the library. The recorded books are being made available to Lansing teachers and students. And on day 1 of March's Reading Month, March 1st, we presented a check for $57,193 to RIF. Yes, you all exceeded the goal by more than $7,000, proving that together we can accomplish anything. In the past 45 years, RIF has distributed over 2 million books to Lansing students. With this additional funding, they will be able to double the number of books given to kids in grades K through 3 for the next 5 years. Lansing is an amazing community, and I want to sincerely thank every person who read a book or contributed to this fund for helping us turn lemons into lemonade or challenging times into change for Lansing's kids. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. At this time, I would like to introduce to you Tim Damon, President and CEO of Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Sherry. We are so excited to partner with WLNS TV6 and WLAJ TV 53 tonight to bring you the 2020 Athena Leadership Awards program. The Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce cannot be more thankful for the opportunity to showcase the Athena brand and honor tonight's award recipient with the Lansing community. The individuals who've been honored with this award over the previous 39 years is truly a who's who of business, education, and community leaders. The contributions to our region from these award recipients continue to be impactful and significant. We are proud of the strong Athena alumni community, and I know that each of our former recipients are as pleased as we are to welcome Elaine Hardy as the newest Lansing Regional Chamber Athena recipient. We are incredibly proud of our Athena history and its founding in 1982 with the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce. We continue to strategically focus on expanding and strengthening the Athena brand in the Lansing region, with a focus on women business and community leaders through the Athena Leadership Recognition, professional development and networking opportunities through Athena Win, supporting women entrepreneurs and small business owners with ATHENA PowerLink, and the support of our young professional leaders and community-based businesses and organizations through the Lansing, East Lansing chapter of the Links Incorporated. None of this would be possible without the strong leadership of our volunteers and support of each of these initiatives. One of the areas I'm most proud of is the impact of female business leaders to the Lansing Regional Chamber's Board of Directors. Since 2012, we've had 5 women chair the Chamber's board, equaling the total number of female board chairs in the 120-year history of our organization. This year, I am pleased to work alongside TechSmith CEO Wendy Hamilton, who is leading our board of directors. By the end of tonight's program, you will see that our region continues to embrace the Athena brand, a global brand that was built right here in Lansing. Thank you again for joining us this evening, and congratulations to the 2020 Athena recipient, Elaine Hardy.
Thank you, Tim. The 2020 Athena Awards will be right back after this break.
Joining the Chamber connects your organization with the greater Lansing business community, and not just in the spirit of shared success. With 50+ events a year, the Lansing Regional Chamber connects you to a network of diverse and engaged business professionals, the folks who are putting the greater Lansing region on the map. The Chamber also connects you to tools and resources that keep your business informed on the latest political and economic trends happening in our region and beyond. These are just some of the ways that we work relentlessly to help businesses connect, grow, and thrive.
The Athena legacy was born right here in Lansing in the early 1980s by Martha Mayhood Mertz. Martha served on the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and was the only woman amongst her professional peers. She soon realized that the chamber boardroom did not reflect the reality of the business community. Martha worked to recognize the leadership of outstanding professional and business women in the community and advocated to provide opportunities for them to move into leadership positions. In 1982, Martha spearheaded the development of the Athena Award, named for the strong and enlightened goddess. Today, Athena is a global movement with more than 7,000 awards presented in more than 500 communities across the world. Martha helped develop the Athena leadership model, which identified distinct attributes that are reflective of women's contributions to leadership: authentic self, relationships, giving back, collaboration, courageous acts, learning, fierce advocacy, celebration, and joy. These personal traits are more intuitive to women. By combining them with the strong aspects of traditional leadership, taking risks, assertiveness, and hard work, they help prepare women to be successful leaders in the 21st century. The lasting impact of the Athena Award is in the inspiration that its recipients have provided to the next generation of women leaders. It's inspiring to see so many women in our region establishing themselves as entrepreneurs, running for office, and making notable contributions to the community. The 2021 Athena Awards could not have been possible without the support of our amazing sponsors and partners. Thank you to our supporting sponsors: Michigan Health and Hospital Association, Plant Moran, TriStar Trust Bank, Dean Transportation Incorporated, MSU Federal Credit Union, Jackson National Life Insurance Company, AF Group, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Michigan State University, Independent Bank, Sparrow Health System, PNC, MyWLAJ 53, The Crew. Thank you to everyone. Now let's hear from our partners who helped put together the 2020 Athena Awards program.
We're here behind the scenes with Mrs. Johnson from all of us backstage at Message Makers producing this year's virtual Athena Awards. Congratulations. Stay safe, stay connected.
Michigan Premier Events delivers innovative and cutting-edge ideas to every corporate and association event we manage and produce. Our team is thinking of the future of events by developing events into new spaces, including broadcast television. So partner with Michigan Premier Events today.
We would also like to thank our 2020 Athena Leadership Awards presenting sponsor, 2 Men and a Truck. Let's hear from Sarah Bennett, Chief Talent Officer from 2 Men and a Truck.
Thank you, Sherry. I'm honored to be here once again on behalf of 2 Men and a Truck to congratulate our 2020 Athena Leadership Award recipient and honor those who came before her. 2020 presented challenges that most of us never could have imagined. More than ever, the world needed people who not only believe in change, but are willing to do the hard work to make change possible. As I learned about the impact Elaine has made through her work and the influence she has, it reminds me of a message shared by one of our original 2 men, Brig Sorber. When Brig speaks to our frontline teams, our movers and drivers, he often talks about the importance of focusing on your area of influence to make a difference and drive change. He illustrates how every person has the ability to influence others through their own hard work, living with integrity, and showing care to the people they encounter. Brig talks about how those efforts will affect those around them, even though they may not realize it. And through that ever-expanding area of influence, the impact will be far-reaching. I'm confident in her career, Elaine has created an enormous area of influence, starting right here in the Lansing community. This is the incredible legacy of all of the Athena recipients. Through the Athena Network, women are able to come together to learn from each other and achieve their goals and become a powerful force for change in their communities and in the world. On behalf of 2 Men and a Truck, I want to thank all of the Athena participants and award recipients for the hard work they do to drive change for the better in our community.
Why call 2 Men and a Truck? If you're like Kate, you're moving and you work hard. You've got lots of stuff and no time to move it. You need pros, people who care about it as much as you do. That's why you call 2 Men and a Truck.
2 Men and a Truck.
Because of the success of the Athena Award, many other great initiatives have been created that support the same idea, including the ATHENA PowerLink Award. Established in 1999, the ATHENA PowerLink Award is a national mentoring program that connects selected women business owners with a skilled advisory panel. The panel consults to help the business owner achieve networking, capital, operational, and strategic goals. The program helps enhance the business owner's leadership and management skills for future business endeavors. Let's hear from ATHENA PowerLink.
I'm Lisa Ellen Smith, and like many women, I wear a lot of hats. I'm the host of the ABC show Focus on Business, the owner of Verve Marketing and Web, and I'm a member of the advisory board for the ATHENA PowerLink program. There are precious few women-owned businesses in Lansing that have topped $1 million in revenue. Succeeding in business is hard. Most are going to fail. So it's also lonely. There are way too many playbooks. You got to know when to hire, when to commit to professional services that are expensive and very unknown. You start with a passion and you end up having to pay attention to HR, government policy, tax law, office space, and you realize very quickly that your passion is taking a backseat to operational tripwires and constant distractions. I know, I'm a business owner. That's why this program is so profound. The ATHENA PowerLink program is a national mentoring program that connects selected women business owners with a skilled advisory panel valued at over $25,000. The panel helps identify how the business can stabilize, scale up, and achieve at a higher level. It's a rare and profitable journey for our recipients. Nationally, the ATHENA PowerLink program recipients see 88% increase in sales, 37% increase in business net income, 36% more staff. It's a worthy endeavor. Lastly, I want to say congratulations to our winners this year. Your contribution has been noted, and you are a shining example for women everywhere.
In 2020, Lauren Palmer, the owner of Curvaceous Lingerie, completed the program and is now being recognized as a graduate of the 2020 ATHENA PowerLink program. The local advisory panel includes skilled mentors who best suit the recipient's needs and provide business consultation services for 1 year with a value of more than $50,000. The 2020 advisory panel included Tom Hamp, Advocoach of Mid-Michigan, Adil Doughty, Doughty and Kroll PC, Jane Mitchell, Jungle Jane Promotions, Paul Rathbun, Rathbun Insurance Agency, David McNeely, Castle Financial Partners, Lisa Smith, Verve Marketing Incorporated, Jody Schaefer, Human Resource Management Services, Amy Richter Perkins, Martin Commercial, Matt Johnson, On Target Living, and Julie Feifel Andrews, Hooper and Pavlik. These panel members advised Lauren throughout the entire process to enhance her business. So please join me in welcoming Lauren Palmer to be presented with her award and speak on her success with the ATHENA PowerLink program.
When I found out that I was the recipient of the PowerLink Award for 2020, I was ecstatic. In my mind, it was the perfect year. I was on a trajectory for huge growth, and I was also planning on having a baby in 2020. So I knew having that extra little bit of help to get through the year, to keep me on track, to hold me accountable, was gonna be awesome. The first quarter of 2020 was great. I met with a bunch of my advisors. Everybody was super helpful. We made plans. We had all of these high expectations for the year since I had so much help. And then March happened. Everything was tabled. I locked my doors. At first, I was a little downtrodden about the whole thing, but I think all in all, it was incredible, purely just from a mental health standpoint, to be swimming through uncharted territory and being able to call up an advisor and say, hey, I need help with processing this. Do you know anybody that can help me build my Facebook store because my e-commerce website isn't up and running yet? What are ways that I can pivot and think differently to survive this pandemic? At the end of 2020, I'm happy to say that the panel was able to guide me through officially launching my e-commerce website. And I also have to say now, it is spring of 2021, and I am still calling upon my panelists. Just this week, we have wonderful relationships now, full of trust, and they know everything and the ins and outs of my business. And I think that as a takeaway for me, just in and of itself has been huge. 2020 definitely threw us, alongside everybody else, a bit of a curveball. In hindsight, I am so incredibly grateful that I had that huge panel of advisors to work with to guide me through it.
Congratulations, Lauren, and the ATHENA Awards will be right back after these messages. As we continue with the 2020 ATHENA Awards, I would now like to introduce the 2021 ATHENA PowerLink recipient, Jenny Quinn and TRISTA Parisian, co-owners of Flex City Fitness. Jenny and TRISTA began their program at the beginning of 2020. The local advisory panel comprises skilled mentors who best suit the recipient's needs and provide free business consultation services for 1 year with a value of more than $50,000. Flex City Fitness Business Advisory Panel includes Tom Hamp, Advocoach of Mid-Michigan, Adil Doughty of Doughty and Kroll PC, Ben Rathbun, Rathbun Insurance Agency, David McNeely, Castle Financial Partners, Jennifer Sleeper, Verve Marketing Incorporated, and Sherry Blankenship of Maynard Casterison. Please join me in welcoming Jenny Quinn and TRISTA Parisian, co-owners of Flex City Fitness.
We are an interval-based fitness studio located in a brand new studio on East Michigan Avenue. We offer interval training, cardio, strength training for all fitness levels, from beginner to very advanced.
We're a one-stop shop. We have several different modalities. We like to say that it's better experience than explained because it's such a unique concept. When the world changed on March 16th, 2020,
almost a year ago,
we were a brick and mortar fitness studio. We were a class-based only business.
And We were already in the process of opening a new studio, so that was fun during the pandemic.
As everyone was greatly impacted by the year of 2020, finding out that we were the 2021 recipient meant so much to us because it allowed us to have something really exciting to focus on and direction as we pivoted our business and are looking to not only survive but thrive beyond the pandemic. We are currently wrapping up our first quarter with our mentors and our ATHENA PowerLink panel. Something that's been really helpful is the assistance in really fleshing out what our goals are, what it takes to truly get to those goals, and then realizing some of the things that we've always had on our plate or thought we wanted to do were things that actually are not priorities for our business, and being able to move away from those and shift and focus our energy on something that truly will get us to our 1 and then ultimately, 5-year goals.
To be able to have somebody to be like, oh, you should, maybe go this route for this, and just having that extra guidance when we've only, for the last 9.5 years, had each other. It's been awesome, and I can't wait to see what the last 3 quarters are gonna do for us. We really wanna thank the Lansing Chamber and ATHENA PowerLink for all your support.
And the awesome communities that we service.
We love Lansing and we love the community.
And we're very, very happy to be a part of it and so thankful that this is where we do our business.
Thank you, Jenny Quinn and TRISTA Parisian. We'll be right back after these messages.
Congratulations, Elaine. You are the epitome of Athena. She was known as the adored patroness of the city of Athens, and you are that for the greater Lansing region.
I want to thank you for your compassion and passion. I want to thank you for your strength. Thank you for being an inspiration, for that you've truly been an inspiration to me. And once again, congratulations. I love you.
Elaine, your work in our community is unparalleled, and the difference you have made in so many young people's lives has not gone unnoticed. I want to say congratulations, well done. So proud to work with you on the MLK Commission.
I'm so thankful to have you part of the Y team. Enjoy this evening as we come together to celebrate you. Congratulations, Elaine.
At the Lansing Regional Chamber, we are the trusted convener of professionals, leaders, and influencers in our region.
We are the voice of the business community and advocate on their behalf on important issues.
We are incredibly passionate about the Lansing region.
We are the Center for Professional Engagement in our community.
We are the platform for businesses to share their stories.
We are continually helping the region build momentum and drive economic growth. We are the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge 2 local organizations that are also a part of ATHENA in Mid-Michigan, ATHENA WIN and the Lansing East Lansing chapter of the Links Incorporated. Founded in Lansing under the original principles of ATHENA International to develop, support, and honor women leaders while inspiring and encouraging women to achieve their full potential, ATHENA WIN is a collaborative effort to provide a support system for professional women right here in the greater Lansing area. ATHENA WIN focuses on offering information, support, and opportunity to women in business, whether it's advice on getting started or assistance stepping up to the next level. The ATHENA WIN organization offers events created and supported by their members, quarterly programs featuring business leaders, unique networking opportunities, access to the most influential women in Mid-Michigan, and business showcasing. ATHENA WIN was formed in 2010 under the Lansing Regional Development Foundation. Let's hear from Debbie HORAK, Principal and President of Good Marketing and Chair of ATHENA WIN.
Thank you, Sherry. And on behalf of ATHENA WIN Lansing, we just want to congratulate Elaine Hardy and extend our gratitude for your commitment and contribution to this community. We're truly blessed to have you. For those of you who don't know a lot about our local ATHENA WIN chapter, Our focus is on the development of women leaders, and our mission is to create a more equitable balance in leadership in the greater Lansing area by supporting, developing, and honoring women leaders and those who inspire them. There are many different ways to participate and get involved. So if you're looking to connect, engage, and build on your business skills, please check us out at ATHENAWinLansing.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Debbie. The Lansing East Lansing chapter of the Links Incorporated was chartered October 28, 1972. The women of the organization are characterized by qualities of outstanding leadership, diverse expertise, and unlimited abilities. The mission of the Lansing East Lansing Links is to enhance the quality of life in the community, particularly for African Americans. The Links also promotes quality education through the arts, international awareness, and civic responsibility. The Lansing East Lansing chapter of the Links Incorporated understands that the development and accomplishments of young professional leaders and community-based businesses and organizations are vital to our future success and stability. Let's hear more about Lansing East Lansing Links from Paula Cunningham, President of Lansing East Lansing Links, State Director of the AARP, and 2005 Athena Leadership Award recipient.
Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that introduction. You know, during these unprecedented times in our country and throughout our community, it's important for all of us to look inside, figure out what our foundational values are, and to commit ourselves to renewing those values and renewing our purpose. And that's exactly what the Lansing East Lansing Links is doing and has done. To help showcase some of that, our focus on the commitment to young women-owned businesses in our community continues. We will give out the Athena Young Professional Award this year, and that will go to a woman who's doing tremendous things in our community. In addition, entrepreneurs and young women who are looking for mentors, looking for leadership, looking for people to help feed into their lives, the Links are enthusiastically embracing those young women through a new program that we're going to be launching called the Link Learn Lead Institute. We're leveraging our community partners such as the Michigan Women's Foundation, who has already agreed to be a partner with us as we launch this new initiative, which will help to feed into the lives of 14 young African American and women of color that are in high school. And we will follow them all the way through to college. So we look forward to working with this community. We look forward to working with Athena, and we certainly look forward to working with the Chamber. And we certainly congratulate Elaine Hardy, this year's recipient of the Athena Award. She has done tremendous work throughout our community and also focusing on young women throughout the community. So as we move forward, let's continue to pledge to work together to do everything that we can to make certain that Lansing, East Lansing, and the greater Lansing community is a place where people want to come, want to learn, and want to continue to grow and give back to their communities.
Thank you, Paula. After these messages, we're excited to hear from our 2020 Athena Leadership Award recipient, Elaine Hardy.
As we celebrate Women's History Month, I'm celebrating my local shero, Elaine Hardy, as she continues to advocate for the things that matter most to our youth, to our families, and to our communities. Congratulations, Elaine.
Lady Bird, you are now and always have been my shero. I always wanted to be just like you when we were growing up, because even then, I knew you would achieve greatness. Your enthusiasm and devotion to anything you do or did is nothing short of inspiring. You really are one of life's inspiring characters. Enjoy this day. I'm proud of you.
This award is well deserved. You have been a force of change and inspiration for so many in the Lansing area, and we could not be more proud of you.
Mom, we love you, and again, we are proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Elaine, I want to thank you as your pastor for your phenomenal leadership here at the Tabernacle of David Church and in the greater Lansing area.
The Athena Award is presented annually to an individual who is recognized for professional excellence, for providing valuable service to the community, and actively assisting all women in their attainment of professional excellence and leadership skills. By honoring exceptional leaders, the Athena Award seeks to inspire others to achieve excellence. At this time, please welcome 2019 Athena Award recipient Karen GRANNEMANN to introduce our 2020 Athena Award recipient.
Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce 2020 Athena Leadership Award recipient, Elaine Hardy. Elaine began her professional career in Lansing in 1993 at the downtown Lansing YMCA. While there, she piloted the development of one of the region's most successful teen development programs. She remained with the YMCA as Director of Youth and Family Programs until 2001, when she became coordinator of the City of East Lansing's newly established community center, then still under construction. Elaine currently serves as the City of East Lansing's first appointed Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Administrator. She is responsible for leading the organization and its 600 employees through a full cultural realignment. Elaine currently represents the City of East Lansing on the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commission of Mid-Michigan and serves as its chair. Her passion, dedication, and belief in the legacy of Dr. King drives and motivates her to find ways to honor his legacy in her life by serving others. She is committed to seeing youth reach their full potential and dedicates her time as a mentor and life coach, supporting youth advocacy for social justice. Her other current community involvement includes serving as a Lodging Committee Advisory Board member for the Greater Lansing Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, trustee of the Sigma Phi Beta Education Fund and YMCA of Lansing. Elaine has made a significant impact on the effectiveness of each organization she serves and the achievement of its goals.
I am going to fight, I am going to dig in, and I am never, ever, ever going to give up the fight until everybody in this country is free.
My foray into the professional world came as a volunteer at the YMCA, and I worked with Kimberly Coleman, a trained social worker. And one of the first things that I learned from her was her ability to be empathetic and to understand that her staff were people and they had challenges and families and life before and after they went to work.
If you know Elaine, you know whoever she's speaking to, whether it's someone she just met on the street or if it's visiting with a state senator, you get the same Elaine. Late in career, she has made a tremendous change and she's contributing at a very high level to the city organization in a way that we really need right now.
We have to be committed to the end result, and that's coming out on the other end of this so that everybody within this organization can bring their whole entire self to work.
We have to measure progress by milliseconds. We have to measure it in what we're doing right now.
I can, first of all, hardly catch my breath. I am so deeply honored and amazed that I was selected to be a part of an honor roll of people who have done such amazing things in this community.
She does not discriminate against anyone because of their background, their politics, or their religion.
Every summer, she takes a group of young people to experience historical sites that were part of the civil rights movement, but also historic Black college and university campuses to show them what the history of those colleges were, why they're there, who they serve.
I have known Miss Elaine in really beautiful professional settings like the MLK luncheon. I've also known Miss Elaine in the middle of the night with her sweatpants on and leather jacket and hair tied up, traveling across the country to visit historically Black colleges and universities. About 2 years ago, I went to the African American Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. I remember being almost baffled at how much I knew everything. It was actually because of the college tours.
She is one person who truly loved people, and she always loved to help people. She always take care of those kids. The parents does not have to worry about their children when they're with her. She always helping young people try to advance and try to help them get a good education.
I think it's important to promote women in business and in leadership.
When you think about leadership, that's the ability to create a vision that others can see themselves in.
Having women in professional positions throughout the organization helps an organization perform better, perform at a higher level, and be more innovative.
This region and this community is so lucky to have somebody like Elaine here
I don't think that who I am today or the work that I do or how I do it would be the same without Miss Elaine.
She's just a loving and kind person.
I accept the challenge of being a warrior princess or warrior queen, to go out and do good for my community.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming and congratulating Elaine Hardy.
There are moments in your life as a person of faith where you feel that God has pulled back the curtains from heaven somehow and publicly kissed you. And that is the moment that I am in now. I cannot tell you how elated, surprised, shocked, and in a state of almost disbelief when I got the call from Tim Damon that I was the 2020 Athena. It means so very much to me that my colleagues and friends would even think of me to nominate me for this recognition. And so I want to begin my remarks by saying thank you. Thank you to every person that that I have had the opportunity of meeting in my life, and that we have built community together or made this world a better place, or even just the day better for someone else. I grew up in Saginaw, Michigan. I am the 6th of 8 children. I am sandwiched between 2 very wanted and 2 very anticipated boys. So I joke with my family that I never got any attention. And I was raised by a single mother. Things happened in our family's life where she had to take the responsibility for 8 children by herself. But I learned some very valuable lessons from my mother about serving, about building community, and about working hard. You see, when my mother would get all of her children together in the morning and we're bustling around getting ready to go to school, she would be up bustling around with us, helping get us out the door. But then she would go to work herself. And she worked at this place called the Neighborhood House. And it is a community center, or was a community center, that was supported by Lutheran Social Services. And some of the activities or jobs my mother did for the Neighborhood House, where she worked as a secretary, she did clerical work. She taught sewing to girls after school, ceramics to ex-offenders and anyone else who would dare to take a ceramics class. And her passion was operating that soup kitchen. And for 10 years, I watched my mother go to the Neighborhood House every day, Monday through Friday, like clockwork, as if she had a job there. And I didn't realize until much later that she actually didn't work there. They didn't employ her as a regular employee until 10 years after she had been volunteering every day. And I asked my mother as an adult, I said, Mom, how and why would you have went to work every day and not get paid for it? But she said, I did get paid. She said, when people help you, then it's important for you to give back to people. And that was my first lesson in understanding that your professional life and what you do matters, but it also matters what you do personally. And as I look back on how my professional career evolved, it's really funny for me to think that I came full circle. You see, I started my professional career at the YMCA, not as a paid employee. My foot was not on a rung to go to some high-paying corporate job. I went to the YMCA as a volunteer. And I was privileged to help pilot one of the now most successful youth development programs in our region. But I worked there as a volunteer, understanding that it wasn't what I was getting that mattered. It was me providing an opportunity to give back and to give some of me to those kids. And I did that not because I felt that I had so much to offer, but I understood what I could give them. I had a kinship and an affinity with those kids at the Y because they were at risk and so was I. You see, my life trajectory was not supposed to be the Athena winner. I was raised by a single mother in a bad neighborhood, and I wasn't supposed to make it out. But it was a community around me that supported me, that allowed me, this girl from Saginaw, Michigan, to stand before you as the 2020 Athena. And as I talk to you tonight about my mother and all of those kids at the YMCA, I do want you to recognize that there is something in you that somebody in this world needs. And I am challenging you to just go after your passion, or even to just find out what that thing could be. The reason why I believe in the work of the YMCA so fully is that even during this pandemic, when their doors were shuttered to fitness and recreation, the YMCA of Lansing went to work. And in this last year, they have served over 269,000 meals, turned their YMCA location into a blood donation center, and opened up their child care program to essential workers. When you look at organizations that give back to the community, I often lift up the YMCA as kind of the giant in our community. And Karen Grannemann, you challenged me, and challenged probably every other Athena winner, to look at organizations to help and to support. And so if you are thinking about finding a way to thank me or to congratulate me for winning this Athena Award, I'm going to challenge you to send your congratulations and your support to the YMCA. When I left the Y and came to the city of East Lansing to serve as the coordinator for the East Lansing Hannah Community Center, what I found here is that I'd almost come full circle. I was, you see, in my very own home community. I'd moved to East Lansing to attend Michigan State as a single mother, and I found a community here that supported me and my family. And just like my mother instilled in me, I wanted to give back to that community. So it had been my privilege to serve as the coordinator for the East Lansing Hannah Community Center for 19 years. And at its peak, one of the most amazing things is that we served about 160,000 people annually that came through the doors of the community center. And before I close, I have to say something about the 21 amazing men and women of whom I serve with on the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. These are some of our area's most talented and giving individuals who have committed their lives to promoting the legacy of Dr. King and built a community event that is recognized nationally. You see, we just recently had the work of the Dr. Martin Luther King Commission read into the official record of the U.S. House of Representatives, not because one of us individuals did something, but it's because all of us work to continue to keep Dr. King's legacy alive. Our work is never ending, but for all of us, it is a passion and something that we dearly and deeply believe in. I just want to thank all of those individuals who are not just commissioners, but are family and friends. And last, I just have to thank my family, Jasmine, Malcolm, Shay, Aiden, and Asher, who are the brightest spots of my life, who bring me joy every single day, every moment of the day, with their laughter, their love, and their never-ending support. I have the dearest children, and I know that everything that I have done, every time that I have gone out to serve, that I have carried you with me. And I am so excited about seeing what you're going to do with our community and for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Elaine, for those inspiring words. Again, congratulations on being the 2020 Athena Award recipient. And that concludes our program. We hope to see you back here later this year for the 2021 Athena Awards Luncheon in December. And thank you again to our supporting sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, 2 Men in a Truck, broadcasting partner, WLNS, AV video partner, Message Makers, and to our event management and program development partner, Michigan Premier Events. And please make sure to stay connected with the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce. Thank you all for joining us today.